CBS 2 Sports with Zach Hanley.
New Year's, same Kevin Lehman. We're talking hoops, and let's do some New Year's resolutions. Do you have any?
How about Nick Easley? 8 catches, 104 yards, and 2 touchdowns. King of the field, captain of the ship, and the Outback Bowl MVP. You'd think on such a big stage, there'd be some, right? Not for these Hawks. No nerves, just confidence. I have to ask you, how are you going to get this thing home? It's not going to fit in your wallet.
The talk all last week on offense. Who was going to replace Brandon Smith's production in the passing game?
Cyclones practice today outside at Rhodes College in 24-degree weather. But as I said after practice, I'd rather be in the 20s than below zero.
Normally on draft night, the guys dress to the nine with customized suits, socks, and pocket squares. TJ Hawkinson is not one of those guys. This is him in his Iowa football bio picture. And this is him on draft night. It's the same suit. And if you're a Lions fan, that's great because Hawkinson is all business. All the talk heading into Saturday was about the Indiana offense and how dynamic their quarterback is. Peyton Ramsey can throw it and he can run it. Well, what about Nate Stanley? He's coming off a 314-yard, 4-touchdown performance. Oh, by the way, that Hoosier defense isn't that good. Stan the man, very good today. So good, he's got his own TD counter. The first one to TJ Hawkinson on Iowa's first drive of the game. Talk about starting fast. And on their second drive of the game, well, here's number 2. This one to Noah Fant, so both tight ends were happy campers. Remember on Sesame Street when they'd introduce the number of the day? Well, for the Iowa women's basketball team, the number of the day is 13, and no, it wasn't unlucky. First road trip of the season for Bluter's bunch. Megan Gustafson didn't seem to mind. She didn't miss a shot from the floor. Gustafson went 13 for 13, setting a new school record and Big Ten record. She finished with 29 and 12. Speaking of that number of the day, the Hawks dropped in 13 triples. Mackenzie Meyer had 5 and added in 21 points. Now Hannah Stewart, well, she scored 14 points, which is one more than 13. I know, I'm stretching it. Iowa cruises to 2-0. The Iowa men playing in the 2K Classic Championship game, and that's what they did to UConn's head coach. Well, Tyler Cook did that to UConn's head coach because he brought the bounce to the Garden. And when you're dunking on fools like that, you make coaches' faces look like this.
All right, you guys ready? Set.
2 teams, 43 games, and 0 losses.
Not very many school districts come to 43 basketball games and never see their team lose.
Done by 2 different styles of winning.
Keep moving it.
The guys light up the scoreboard.
They are the fastest team I've ever seen play. They don't really have many weaknesses.
Good pass.
We're going to run, and if you can't keep up with us, it's going to be trouble.
Averaging 93 points per game.
Honestly, we don't talk about points. We talk about tempo.
While breaking the century mark 5 times this season.
If you look down at your phone or something for 1 second, you miss 6 points, you got to go back 15 seconds, you scored 9 points in that 15-second span or something crazy like that.
When we're hitting on all cylinders and we're making shots, it's almost like it's effortless.
The girls
Work hard now. Work hard.
lock you up on defense.
They're really physical compared to most girls' teams. Nobody pushes our girls around.
Holding their opponents to under 25 points 11 times this year.
Step through. Good.
We're really long and we're quick, so that's what we go and we try to steal every ball that we can.
We want to stop every time. We don't like to let the other team score, and they take pride in it.
Just like the Lynx do in each other.
When it comes down to it, they're big supporters of us, and we really support them.
Which is the most important part of North Lynn's winning combination. 3 yards was all that separated Iowa from tying the game up and potentially winning in overtime. But Nate Stanley came up a foot short on the 2-point conversion attempt, and the Hawks fall to the Badgers for the 4th straight year.
Felt like it was there. Offensive line did a good job. That guy was the one guy that we couldn't get, and we just fortunately he got me a. I don't know how short it was, but just a little bit short.
I was right behind Nate when he took a hit, but that's just props to him because he's willing to put his body on the line for us, and we'll do it for him too.
This is really disappointing. Nobody's more invested than Nate, and I don't want to put him at the top of the heap, because that's unfair to some other guys too. But he's so invested, so it hurts to lose. It's just there's no getting around it. There's nothing I can say, nothing anybody can say to make it feel better.
Tough, we wanted to bring the bowl back to Iowa City. We might have, 24-22 is a tough way to lose. But yeah, we didn't get it, so ain't nothing you can do about it now.
Let's go!
As far as Iowa's Big Ten West title hopes go, not looking too good with 3 games to play and 3 games behind first place Minnesota. But as Kirk Ferentz put it, don't rule anything out. At Camp Randall Stadium, Zach Hanley, CBS 2 Sports. It doesn't seem real.
Good ball. Good ball.
But it's slowly starting to sink in.
After we won versus Clinton, it didn't really hit me, but a couple days today, we made it, and that's where we want to be.
Western Dubuque volleyball is headed to state.
From the beginning of the season, we always had that goal in our mind that, we're going to make it down there. We want to make it down there.
And they did.
Come get it. There you go. There you go.
Thanks to Megan Sherman.
You can't have fear when you go out and play.
And her no-fear mindset.
A lot of us have no nerves, and we really don't have nerves because if we have nerves, then we get scared of the ball.
On the court, you'll perform better if you don't have fear, if you believe in yourself and you're confident.
2 things that happen when you fully commit to Sherman's process.
You can't fear failure. Everybody fails and you're going to make mistakes. And don't make that a fear because we all make mistakes and that's part of life.
Because when you have no fear,
You can't be scared to start something new. You can't be scared to try something new. You just have to go out, be yourself, and do it.
you build confidence in yourself.
If these girls can walk away with the self-confidence and the having no fear to stand up for themselves and be who they want to be, I think that there's a lot of great lessons they can learn.
Lessons her Bobcats learned
Hey, you got it, Maddie Harris. Let's go.
by having no fear.
Come on, come on.
Watch your feet.
Hempstead boys basketball plays with a motto.
Kind of just represents the way we live and the way we act.
Do good things daily.
Everyone's goal in life is just to be a better version of themselves each and every day, right? And so if we can do good things daily, then we're going to be a better version of ourselves each and every day. And by the time the season's over, we should be a pretty good basketball team.
But Kurt Deutsch has his team
Down here, baseline, let's go.
take DGTD to another level.
We're part of something more than just yourself. So whether that be on the team or just in the community, we should be working to improve both ourselves and everyone around us.
Which is why every season the Mustangs make it a point to give back to the community.
It's a cool feeling knowing that we can help out to people who have less than us.
This year, they bought Christmas presents for families in need.
And it's just fun to see what they like, what their interests are, and then trying to find something beyond that you think they like.
When they're shopping, they take a lot of pride in getting the best gifts for the most amount of money, or the bang for their buck that they can get. And everything's great until it comes time for those guys to start wrapping the gifts. They're definitely not professional gift wrappers, but that's part of the fun too.
And through the fun,
The one family, the mother we had asked for dish soap, which is something you never think of for Christmas. It just makes you realize that take a lot for granted what you have in your own household.
they were able to put in perspective what Deutsch has been saying all along.
Good timing.
Every day he's honestly impacting us. Just because of the wristbands, we're doing good things daily. That can start right now. We don't have to wait till we're adults, 10 years later. We could start doing better things now.